the topic. This verses is normally a motto for our study, for every study that we used to do. We need to keep that in our mind that getting knowledge from many things, that will not change your life. But the only thing we need to keep in our hearts, put into practice, that will change our hearts and our lives.
First Timothy chapter 3, verse 3, it says that not given to drunkenness, not violent, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money.
Yeah, sure. After describing this, the two scriptures, what Paul was said to Titus and what Paul was said also to Timothy, based on this one, I think we did it for some of our booklets that were studying. Here is showing the character of really of a servant. Yeah. Can we illustrate what character that a servant should that should characterizing a servant? What did you see in those verses?
There's a lot: self-discipline and intention to be righteous is, I think, the two things. Lots of self-discipline and a strong intention to be righteous.
Yeah, sure. There's something that I can see here. He's not to be a drunkenness, of course. He don't need to be a drunkenness. Not violent. And one of the character that we're gonna focus on today, that Paul described in the First Timothy, not a lover of money. Yeah. There's someone who is really a servant. Yeah, oversee, manager God's household. That is the name that they gave him in the Titus chapter 1 verse 7. Oversee, manager God's house. I like that name. Oversee, manager God's household. Yeah. He is not a lover of money. Yeah, we need to understand this. Yeah, Brother Stanley, can you explain about that from my pronunciation on the Greek is really, I don't trust it.
Okay. I don't know if I trust my own, but I'll give it a shot. So it's Aphilaros. That's the closest I can get. But if a Greek person hears me now, he might be thinking I'm swearing at him. So. And the other one is Ahiskork Erdash. Ahiskork Erdash. That's a difficult one. Ahiskork Erdash.
Yeah, sure. There's an explanation that they say Sten is making some support for the Greek.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you take a bit about the explanation for the Greek?
Yes, it talks about avaricious, and it's just without covetous, and it's the desire, no ordinary, inordinate desire for wealth. So in other words, it's inordinate desire for wealth, meaning that it's not an excessive desire for wealth. I think we all want to have enough for our means, so we all want some money, but it's just to satisfy our immediate needs, and I think that's normal and fine. But he talks there about inordinate or excessive desire or drive for money, and that's really the one thing. The other thing is desiring what other people have. Is without covetousness is really something about looking at your neighbor's car, house, any material stuff, and you want it. The latest electronic gadget, just desire. So that, I think that's the meaning of that one word, not lover of money. The other one is about dishonest gain, and that is the ahishorkerdash, and that's more dealing and wheeling with a dishonesty in it to gain. So almost okay if you do other people in, and that's, I think, the two words that's being used here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, sure. I think that will really go help, and we get the understanding for what we are learning about this one. This course is very careful. We need to make our attention as a real servants, because when I was walking through the book, and especially when I was reading the 10 testimony about the background of his family, since from his grandfather, his father, and on him, yeah, I realized that we need to make attention, because our ambition sometimes we can lose the focus. We can lose the target of ministering and serving God once our heart is really focusing on money. Yeah, Stan, I think can you go up?
Yes.
Yeah. For the question. Okay, here is the first question. We need to go on. They say that what are some of the ways we people could begin in shameful ways? What are some of the ways we people could begin in shameful ways? Yeah. Vivek, can you hear me?
Sorry guys, I've got something ringing. I just got to put it off.
Okay. Vivek, if you can hear me. Vivek? Yeah, Brother Paul, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, what are some of the, here they are asking some question here. Or the first question, what are some of the ways we people could get in shameful ways? Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
I remember when I was reading this question. First, I didn't read the whole booklet. I must be honest, because I was very busy. I read the half of it. Yes, and I tried to answer this question. I remember when I remember my past. Sometimes we, especially here in Congo where I am, people are selling. You can fix your price the way you want. You buy stuff. No one is gonna come and ask you how much did you bought it, and you can sell it any price you want. I remember I was like buying a shoe to a certain lady here, and she was saying that is $50 US, because everything here is in USA dollar. Our money is not really that doesn't have a big value, So and we were like talking, but discussing on that amount, and I was like joking to him. I said, "No, that thing's man is very expensive. I'm going." And she called me back. "No, you just talk." And I was like, "Look, I don't want to insult you, but I only have $10." And you know what she said to me? Okay, no problem. You can just give me $25. And I was like amazed. So how can she go from $50 to $25? Already half is gone. I said, this lady is terrible. Understand? So we tried to discuss it, and she agreed on $15.
Yeah.
I said that is terrible, and that is common here. If you are not careful, you can easily buy things maybe for 40 rand, for $40, while you could even take it for 15. Understand? So I was really shocked inside me. I said, I don't have to joke with these people. We must really discuss. If she can take 15, it means she still got a profit in that $15. But she was asking for $50. I said, that is a really very, very, very higher.
Yeah.
And I'm not blaming her, because myself also in a sort of confession, because I remember also me when I was still in the world and maybe a new Christian. I was like selling some shoes in Durban. I didn't have any job, I didn't have any job, and I was like, let me try to find something. And I was going to those shops which they call reject shop, where they reject some clothes. I know Stan knows this very, very well.
Yeah.
Yes. So I entered in those reject shop, and I would buy stuff for a very cheaper price. And I said, but there's still good stuff, man. Just maybe a very small problem somewhere, maybe. and I will go and sell them maybe 3 or 4 times the price I bought in the store. I remember I've done that, which is not really quite good. It's not something which we should really be proud of. Understand? So we can again, to answer this question is, what are some of the ways we people could get in a shameful way? We can get double profit or triple profit on something we bought in the very cheaper price. That is to gain really in the shameful way. So that's how I can answer to that question. We have many ways, of course.
Yeah. One way. What way you illustrate in one sentence, like in one word?
In one sentence, I can say getting more profit than the capital which we use. I don't know if
the instance is try to formulate dealing with some experienced profits. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's making some more. Okay, sure. Can you hear me, Vivek?
Yes, hearing now.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes it's making me very difficult to hear you. It's getting broken sound, and sometimes it's stopping. So I don't know.
Sorry. Yeah, maybe it's a network problem. Yeah, maybe it's a network problem. We are sorry, brother. Yeah, can you give me do you have any comments on this or some of the ways we people could gain in shameful ways? Yeah, maybe Stan, can you go ahead, Stan?
Yes, I can.
Do you have any comments?
I think one way is taxes. And that's probably a big one for most people, especially if they're wealthy, because every year you need to do your taxes, and there's a lot of ways that you can try and reduce your taxes, and there's this honest way of reducing your taxes as well. So taxes is probably a huge one. And I remembered that I don't know if I wrote this in the story, but I did. In South Africa, when I became a Christian, I had to confess to the taxman about my taxes. I think I wrote it.
Yes, you wrote it. You wrote it.
I wrote it. I don't know if it's in this story or what, but
it is there.
It is there. Okay, and I did other things as well. So, and even as a Christian for a long time, I was really very motivated to do big business. And I think I had to let go of those dreams and decide, but they chase. It's spending a lot of effort in money, but I'm not spending the same time in God's kingdom and helping people to get saved, because that's what's important. So guilty. The other thing that I think is also maybe just be careful with donations. I think if you are in ministry and you are in benevolent, then sometimes you got to be careful on what you say to people and how you get money out of people, that you don't lie what you're doing, making the story sound bigger than what it is, or just not telling the truth about why you need the money or what you use it for, or maybe, so I think in ministry and in donations, you could tell stories. So I think that's also probably a temptation for us in ministry. So especially for leaders, I think that sometimes are tough in money. There could be temptations and issues that's my contribution.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. For the comment that you made for this one that you about the government taxes. This is one really a very challenging issue, I think, for all over the world.
Yeah.
Not only for some of the part of the world like Africa, like other people where they say the people are high corrupted. I think for the government taxes, it is a story that is all over the world. The people are facing those challenges. Like here in our country, we are the first country Rwanda is the first country that is having the high tax in Africa. Yeah, we are the first country. Like if I get a job, on my salary, the tax is 30%. Yeah, on my salary, 30%.
Yeah, it's high.
I gain 70%. and above 30%, I have to pay other taxes for the insurance, for the social security, something like that. Like on the salary, you can get like approximately like a half of the money that you're supposed to get. Many of the people here, they used to get the salary by hands, not to pass through the accounts, so that they will not pay the taxes.
Yeah.
Really, this is a common thing that I used to know from many of the companies, many of the institutions. They used to do that. They can give the money by hands, or they can give the money by account, and they give it another name, not a salary.
Yeah.
They call it transport, they call it volunteer, because they give the name where they will not pay those taxes.
Yeah,
they used to do that. I know that many of the people, they used to do that. Yeah, sure. When I was in my company, when I was working for the company, where I was working before for the agriculture, one of the things that I talked to my boss, when I talked to him that I'm a disciple, you should give me my salary through the account, and you call it salary. You don't need to call it another name. Yeah, so that's, they're gonna tax me the way they used to tax me, the government. At that time, they taxed me approximately like 59% on my salary, approximately to 60%.
Sure.
They taxed me 59. Yeah, sure.
What? Crazy. Okay.
Yeah. They tax.
Sure.
They taxed me approximately 59, which is really something pain in the heart.
Yeah.
Some of the people that I was working in the same office, they told me that, man, I could not accept this. Yeah. They have to tax me 59%. Yeah, which again means that I gain like 41. Yeah.
The government is exaggerating.
This is our country. They are poor. Yeah. When they explain to you, Rwanda is a smaller country. You know Rwanda because we are neighbors. We don't have any natural resources. We don't have anything that we will gain another money for the government. This is the only motive they gave you. Yeah, we don't have any resources. The only resources the government have is the people. That is the only resources.
That's terrible. But brother Stan, were you talking about the tax or the tax return?
Well, all of that. I think it's the same thing. So whether it is tax return, GST, how you present your taxes and what you lie about it is all it's all connected. So any form of taxes to the government.
Of course, yeah. Any form of the taxes. I need to make honesty here. Something that government destroyed as a policy, even if they can exaggerate, but you need to respect. In the time it is there. In the time the policy is there. Yeah. Maybe the discussion will come after, but when the policy is there, for your side to be honest, I think on my side you need to respect. Even if you cannot understand, even if you are not agree with them, but for the sake of being honest with them, because when you not be honest to them, you are not honest to God, and also, brother, be ready to be in jail when they catch you. Yeah, be ready to be in jail.
Let me tell you. Can I tell you what is happening here in Congo as far as the tax is concerned? You see, here in Congo, I'm telling you, maybe Rwanda is better. Here they discourage you actually not to do business, or they discourage you not really to carry on with any idea which can allow you to maybe to gain money, or they force you to be a liar. Those are two things which must happen there. I remember there's a lady here who opened her shop here. She was selling like this medicine. But you know, she got only $500 US to start her own business in the very small corner of the town here. So, but the tax which they asked her, the document which they asked her before she opened there, I don't know, is 3 times even the money which she got now. She got as as a capital.
Yeah.
So, or you stop not dealing, or you just lie to them so you can open your business. Those are the things which the government is forcing people actually to lie. And I don't know how we can help that. Really.
Stan, can you make a comment on that?
Because
this is Africa.
Yes, this is Africa. So I think it's more complicated than just saying pay your taxes. I think because in Africa, if they are corrupt and it's unrealistic, and it's just. I don't think I'm not going to say to people, you are breaking God's command because of that, but, I think people need to make their personal judgment call in the situation they are. If they are in a corrupt country and that it's just not going to work, then you need to make a decision with which your conscience is going to be clear. And I think it's more about your conscience being clear than anything else. But in Australia, if I lie and corrupt my taxes, my conscience won't be clear, because it's a Western country. They're reasonable. We get a lot of services here, our hospital, our roads, and what the government does with the money is good. We earn a lot of money. So it will not be right for me to, in my situation, say, well, because in every country you could say the government is not spending the money right. That's true. Any country can say that. But when there's a level of corruption and poverty, I think they need to rethink what they're busy doing. And, like if everybody is corrupt, and that's the only way business happens, is that if you don't pay taxes and everybody operates like that as a normal, then I guess that's what it is. Probably another question is, do they hunt people down that don't pay the taxes, or do they kind of turn a blind eye towards it? Because that's the other way of looking at it, is if the government know people are not paying the taxes because they know that it's unrealistic, they turn a blind eye to it because it's accepted as being normal even by the government and the people in the society, So people won't say to you, yes, you're a fraud because you are not paying those taxes, because everybody knows it's a difficult situation. So I think all those things together needs to give you a clear conscience. But yeah.
What is happening here? If you are not able to pay, there is or they will lock your shop. You are not going to work, or the guy who came there to see you, you need to give him some money, but he won't give you any receipt, just to allow you to work that day, maybe for 1 week. Again, after 2 weeks, you're gonna send somebody else. If that guy doesn't have any paper, go there, go collect also some money. There will be like taking ransom for money from you, without any receipt. If really you wanna work, or you pay that money and you won't get any profit because the government is asking a lot. That is the situation here. They force you actually to corrupt.
Yeah,
I think in DRC, Brother Stay, for your information, in DRC, in Congo where Paul is, I know Congo, there is no, can I say something like everyone is the leader on his level.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yes,
Last time I was talking to one of my friends, and I think Paul, he told me that he met him in Goma. He's one of the missionary. He's my friend. He's a missionary in Goma.
Yeah.
He's working for the organization Open Air Campaigners.
Yes.
And he's based in Goma. Last time he told me that they was doing some outreach. They was doing some evangelism activity in the village outside Goma.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to pass through some small borders. Small borders like the soldier or something. The people they made it themselves.
Yeah.
And they taxed him. It's come in my mind based on what Paul come to say.
Yeah.
When they passed through the border, they said that you want to accept to pay this kind of money, and we give you the receipts, or you are going to accept to give us some money myself, and I don't need you to give a receipt.
Yeah.
You know, you see? They say that if you need the receipt, you want to pay the money that the government is asked. We give you the receipt.
Yeah.
And it is high money, really. It's like he told me that it's like one way $100, and there's so many borders.
Yeah.
Which is really, you cannot find that kind of money.
Yeah.
And they said that you want to pay like $10 or $15. We are not going to give you a receipt.
Yeah.
And when he was coming, he was in Rwanda last time when the volcano was getting erupted. Yeah, he came to visit us in the house. He told us working in DRC, it's really a very big challenge. That is really the kind of life we are surviving.
Yeah.
Your heart is like going to be destroyed. You are feeling like someone.
Yeah.
And I remember it came in my mind, that testimony came in my mind when Paul was saying that they come with, they don't ask you, they ask you money, but they are not going to give you a receipt.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, of course, that is the reality of the country, many of the country in Africa. Yeah. Not only for the Congo, it's the same like Ghana, the same like Kenya. I was in Kenya, I was in Ghana, I've been in Angola. That is many of the countries in Africa. That would be the same when you go there. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I traveled to Zimbabwe. I was a sound engineer. We get to the border from South Africa and Zimbabwe, and they tell us the border inspectors from Zimbabwe in Mugabe, we need to unpack the truck with all the music equipment in it. But it's a huge truck and it's lots of equipment. So we need to unpack everything for them to count it. But they want actually a bribe. They want us to pay them money to let us through. So I remember that I bought a case of Coke. So when we start unpacking, I start handing out Cokes to all the officers on the border, and then they say, just go through, you know. And then they go to the boss in the office, and the boss says, no, you can't do that. And he sends new people to count the boxes, and I give them all Cokes as well. And then they also say, no, let's go through. And then the boss comes out again. No, you can't let them go through. and then I give the boss Coke. I said, oh, here's a Coke for you. And then the boss will say, yeah, go through. You can go through.
Allow me to share this. I know, Brother Mpore, we are taking your time a lot, but it's a very important
issue. No worry, man. I'm waiting. I'm hearing from you.
You know, what I'm doing here to avoid that kind of corruption, especially when I'm moving, when I'm going to maybe to preach in the villages. You know, I need to have some Bible, because in 1 kilometer you can find even 3 or 4 roadblocks.
Yeah.
Where you need everywhere to pay money.
Yeah.
So I'm working with the Bible. When they ask me money, hey, look, I'm in Fundis. This is the Bible which I leave to you. So that is my way of corrupting. I don't know if I'm corrupting or what. And they will like give me a way to go. So I usually pray when I'm traveling. I must have some Bible with me just to leave to them so I can pass. Is it a corruption, brother?
No, brother. I don't think so. I give them a Bible and go past their block. I will also take 10 Bibles with and give them Bibles. So, but you know, I actually don't want to pay a ransom for anything because I feel it's wrong. But for me to say that is really easy, and I don't understand the situations in Africa and everything, and I really don't want to say this or that. I'm more. I think when we talk about shameful ways, it's more things that are, because I don't think anybody would say that is shameful what you do for your neighbors. But if we do things with money that the people around us say that is shameful what you have done, then I think it's a different story. But I think the way that the corrupt countries force you to operate is not shameful. and it's some of the things you just have to do. I don't know what else to say about it, so I'm really careful to be judgmental. But I think these things are very obvious that are wrong and shameful. Don't do that, and that's more what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Actually,
I think
yes.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, yes. I heard many things, and it's really I can understand what things happening in everywhere, and it's all these things matching here also in India also, especially going on, and even I can see that nowadays government how taking tax, or we are paying that, and forcefully they are taking, even people are struggling to give to money like a taxes, even like a petrol and all gases and all, it's a double. When you will see 2013 how it was rate, and when you will see now, it's like a double, and it's very very difficult for the people, and it's a very big challenging. So what we can do in this situation, it's very very like a simple ways we are giving money. Yeah. So we can pray, and we need to what we can do, really it's challenging, and we are sometimes thinking we can't change government like suddenly. And people are telling, hey, you given vote like this, so that you can see how government treating nowadays.
That's we are brothers. We maybe for the to go for the next one. But we focus only for the government and some of that the taxes that we focus on one area. But keep remember this: we used to have corruption and something like this in the churches, which is very shameful. In the churches, we used to have the kind of things like this, where the people come in the church, and he take the hearts of the readers, of the pastors, to give the money so that he's going to control the church. He's going to do whatever he wants. He's going to do some of the things out of the word of God. In 2018, after 3 months after my wedding, I was in Ghana. I was invited to speak in one of the conferences in Ghana. One of the things that I learned from the West Africa is that the people, he can be a rich man, and he came in the church, he's doing whatever he wants, but the church will not punish him because he is contributing the rot in the church, and the pastor are not allowed to say anything to him. That is happening in West Africa. It's really common. When I was there, they share with me that this is one of the things that is destroying the church in Ghana, mostly the West African country, Ghana, Nigeria, those countries for the West, in Togo. There are things that the rich man, they bought the vision of the church, they bought the mind of the readers, and he can do whatever he wants, and
it's not only there, even here in Congo. You will see that maybe a local church somewhere there, they wanna build a church building. You will just tell them, look, guys, you just build. When you finish, the roof is my stuff, it's my money. I'm gonna put it, and really you're gonna invest a lot of money there. And when he's in, nobody can tell him anything. And straight away he become a deacon because he already contribute money. They will call him name already. They will give him a title because he gives some money. I remember I was studying with somebody who come and confessed. We say that he's crying in the denomination. Why? Because since he is in that denomination, he never see any pastor coming to visit him, even if he is in trouble. But they usually go away where they can be well received, where they have a very nice sitting room, they can give them lunch, nice food. But at my place, they won't get anything, and they can come and visit me. You see those kind of things that we are somehow corrupt, the leaders corrupt because they are after interest. I can only go there because it's where they can receive me well, it's where I can get my food, it's where they can give me transport, those kind of things. And they like to blend us and we don't really do our work properly.
Yeah.
Those things are happening in the churches.
So, yes, great. We had a leader in South Africa in a church which was running a benevolent organization. He was earning, from what I heard, 100,000 a month, rand a month at the time, 100,000 rand a month. While the people that worked in the benevolent area were earning 3,000 or 2,000 rand a month. And then they would ask for more money, and he would decline the money for them to get 4,000 rand a month, while he was taking 100,000 rand a month. And he justified it because he said he was American, he was sent from America, so therefore he needs to earn this big money. So that blew up, and he left basically. But that went on for a long while. But I thought that if the papers, in the newspapers, would hear of a NGO CEO that earns 100,000 rand a month, and the people that he's serving is only earning 3,000, the papers would actually make do a very bad story on it. It will be shameful to earn that kind of money while the people in your benevolent organization that's working for you and with you are earning almost no money. So that was also, there's things like that's wrong, I think.
Yeah, sure. We need to be serious about this, and because for the churches, I come with this for the ministry to let us think about our area where we are focusing now, because we are the ministers.
Yeah.
We don't need to forget about talking to our sector, our area of working.
Yeah.
I share with Sten one story. Maybe we shared with him in 2016. I was graduating from the campus. Of course, I was coming from the school, the Christian groups. They sent me in Kenya for the conference. I meet with the white people from US. One, he was from US, another one, I think, from Australia, in the place called Adelaide in Australia. There's an area called Adelaide.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah, he may know that area, Adelaide. Yeah, sure. He came from Australia, another one comes from US. I met with them. It's my friend who connected me with them. When I was going there, they promised me to start something like a ministry in Rwanda organization. They promised me to give me a house. They promised me to give me a vehicle, a very big vehicle. And they told me that one of the things that we are going to do is to organize the big crusades of 10,000 people. I try to make a big crusade as much as possible, invite a lot of people, like a stadium will be full. And then I asked him a question. Really, it was not bad to do the crusade, but I asked him a question. What do you think about the follow-up? How am I going to work with the churches to do the discipleship of new believers? And one guy, or both of them, there was two. One guy of them, he talked to me at that time. The discipleship is not up to you. The discipleship is up to God. We take a lot of discussion. We discuss about working on the discipleship, doing something like that. And he talked to me that he don't accept follow-up. He accepts that we preach, and once someone is accepted, God will do the work for that seed. I realized myself, that is really one of the another point that I come to share with you. Once I'm doing something that I don't agree in my heart, but I do it for the sake of gaining something, but I'm not sure that in my heart, I'm confessing that it's not the truth in my heart, but I continue to do that for the sake of getting money. I think on our side, we need to be careful. From my side, I think it's bad also. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, and I think you told me a story also about them telling you that what you need to teach. So they were dictating that you need to
of course
deviate from what the Bible teaches to agree with their narrative. So their money actually would buy your doctrine.
Yeah, of course, you come with the proper words. The people, they come, they buy your doctrine, they buy your vision, they buy what you believe. But for you, for the sake of gaining money, you accept to do that. Yeah. You see?
Yeah.
Which is really a corrupted in the kingdom of God. We need to be very careful about this, because when we don't be careful about this, we're gonna do a lot of mistake. And sometimes we feel comfortable. I'm serving, I'm reaching people, but forget that in your mind. You are doing the things which is not the truth, and even your heart, you know that what you are doing, you know that it's not what you believe. Yeah, you are doing the total difference. Yeah, I think for this topic, I go through the booklets. I was getting so many things that a mistake that is done by the ministry. Maybe we need to take time to pray about this. Yeah, maybe we need to say thank you to Stan who come with this topic, because in our ministry, in our churches, sometimes we don't need to talk on this, because when we talk on this, it's become to show so many mistakes that we are doing. We don't like to talk on this. Yeah, many of the ministry here, I know that here outside in Rwanda, they don't like to talk on these topics. Yeah, no. Because they know that when you attack this topic, you're gonna say so many things. Yeah. you wanna illustrate. Yeah, you're gonna put the people on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But we need to talk on this. Yeah. I think the second question and the third question we answered them when we were discussing. They said that are there areas in your life that you are gaining in shameful ways? Of course, I talked with you. For me, I think I share the story that I come to share. It's already answered this question. I was in that time was 2016. I worked with those people for 2 months, or 3 months. After 3 months, I give up. Yeah. I say that this is really, I'm not comfortable in my heart. Yeah, we stopped that. But I was really thinking on this. Maybe this I share with the testimony. It's a personal question. Anyone who want to share any story about getting shameful in the ways in your life?
Well, I shared my story about taxes. I shared,
of course.
And in the booklet, I've wrote a lot about some of the mistakes I made. I think my biggest temptation now is still taxes, because each year I need to submit tax return, and I need to categorize that. And I kind of, I actually don't want to pay the taxes, because I think the more money I have, the more I have for the ministry. So I consider that, and I need to be careful. So it remains a temptation for me every year.
Yeah, sure. You are. Okay. Yeah, what can you do about it or improve on it? It's about being integrate. We need to keep integrate.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, sure. We need to keep our integrate. That is the only way we need to think about this, because no integrate. Yeah, of course, I confess also and accept. And Stan is one of the stories that Stan shared when he was sharing the question at the start. He talked about the donations. When we are doing like for us, we are doing the ministry, and we used to talk to share with the people what we are doing. Like sometimes for the support raising. Yeah, there's sometimes that we put exaggerate. There's sometimes we can come with the temptation of putting the exaggeration with the newsletter, the something that you read the people what you are doing. You really report what you didn't do. That is really the things that devil are using to collapse the ministries, to collapse the organization that is working. Or in that way. Yeah, we need to keep our integrity, and we need to be faithful in everything that we are doing. Yeah, and around now, the stage where we are for the ministry, we are not starting pay the taxes, but maybe then I will come with your struggle of the taxes. Even me in the future, I will start with the taxes.
Yeah.
Sure, for the government.
Yeah.
And I've already started praying about that. I need to be faithful on the taxes.
Yeah.
Even if they can get a lot of the money, but we need to be faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. For the taxes, because here also for the ministry,
Yeah.
for the organization, the Christian ministry, sometimes you need to pay some taxes.
Yeah.
Even if for the Christian, they are not a lot.
Yeah.
But we need to be faithful.
Yeah, we need to be. We want to honor God, and even if it's tough, we need to know that it's more important for us to honor God than stealing some money. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I agree with you. Can you go up?
Yeah, sure. Okay, it's gonna skip the story.
Yeah, go up. Yeah, your story, Sten, I was very surprised that your grandfather was a businessman. Yeah, my grandfather was not really knowing how to read and writing. He was in the village.
Yeah.
Your grandfather was a businessman.
He was. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
My grandfather was a farmer.
He was a farmer. Yeah.
Even my grandfather was a farmer. I was very surprised how the Sten grandfather. I looked the age of Sten, and I looked the age of his father, and I was thinking on the age of his grandfather, how he was a businessman. How come?
Yeah.
The grandfather of Sten was a businessman at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my grandfather at his generation, there was no school where he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there was no school.
Yeah.
I like, what Brother Paul just finished to say now. Really, we need, I think, to be, as a minister, we need to be content. That is a very good value,
Yeah.
When we are content with what we have, is very, very important. And that's going to avoid us, making up some stories which doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
And when you are writing those stories, you have to understand also that you are not writing to those people who are supporting. You are actually reporting to God.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
And when you report
sure.
to God, there's nothing which you can hide really from God. The problem is when you serve a man is when you wanna become good.
Yeah.
But you have to know we are not serving a man, we are serving God.
Yeah.
Nothing you can hide.
Yes, you are very right. You are very right. And I like this platform that we used to talk on everything. Man, many people, they don't like to talk on this. Many organizations, they jump this because they know what they are doing. Yeah, they jump this. They don't need to talk on this.
Yeah.
They don't need to discuss on this because they know that when they want to discuss, the things will happen. The miracle will happen on the table.
Yeah.
Because they know the life that they are facing.
I do.
But we need to talk on this. So that's for the several times. This is really one of the things. When he was in Rwanda, Paul and Sten, when he was in Rwanda, I shared the story about this is one of the struggle. When I became from the campus, this is one of the temptation I met. I met with many organizations, many organizations. And they used to have a lot of money. And I was young. Yeah, the young people, they like money. The young people, they want to improve their life. They want to change their life easily. They want to change their life quickly. One of the temptations that I get from maybe I can say for the devils, it's a meeting with the organization. I meet more than 20, 25 organizations. They want to hire me. They want to work with me. They want to give me the branches. They want to give me many of the things. But one of the things that I realized when I come from the campus, I was really having the passion of knowing the word of God, reaching the villages. And I was having that passion. When I work with the people like 1 month, I see them that they are not really satisfying what I want to do. Yeah. I say that maybe they are not the right people. And To be honest, some of the days I felt that I need to work. I don't need to focus on what I'm thinking. I need to continue working. I'm getting money, I'm getting transport, I'm getting vehicle, I'm getting the house. I don't need to think on other things. When I'm sleeping, it come back in my mind. I'm judging myself, and I'm not having peace in my heart. I stop again. The new organization come again. I stop again. That is the way that I used to struggle when I come from the campus. And when I stop with those organizations, some of them, they want me the email of saying me that you will not be, your life will not be improved. You are not, they told me that so many things like happening in that. And this is why I say that we need to be very careful about the reporting. The organization, part of the words, the para-churches, the organization, are making the riots, are making the reports which is really wrong. The statistics that we are getting from the research of the organization, they are wrong statistics. They are wrong reports. They are wrong numbers of the people that they have reached, of the people that they are making impact of their life. They are making the wrong reports, the wrong statistics. And those statistics, some of them, that is where the government take the decision based on those statistics. They say that the country is on this level because of the statistics that we report to them, and we know that we have right them, and this is why the policy become the wrong policy because of our wrong reports. We need to be very serious, and we need to honor God in everything that we are doing. We need to be very careful about this. Yeah, sure. We are going for the second question. Yeah, Brother Stanley, you need to be really, for you need to be very careful because you get the money wrong time ago. Your grandfather was a businessman.
Yes.
For us, the money starts for our father. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
I was talking to my wife that I'm very surprised that the grandfather of Stanley was a businessman. I was talking to Esther that, oh my goodness, the grandfather of Stanley was a businessman. And your father was a doctor in civil engineering.
Yeah.
That time, how come?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Which is really, you have to be very careful about the money. Yeah, because you get the money long time ago.
Yes, we got money a long time ago. We were taught about money.
Yeah, sure. We are going for the second question. Vec, if you are with us, you can read for the Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 21.
Okay.
It is on the table.
Fully it is in the screen. Okay. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. You shall not set your desire on your neighbor's house or land, his male or female servant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbors.
Sure. That is something calm, a primitive root. Yeah, there's a question here based on those verses. That verses. What are included in the list? Anyone? What are included in the list?
In the list of what my brother just said, we have many things here which they are saying we should not covet our neighbor's wife. We should not set your desire on your neighbor's house, land, his male, his female, his ox, donkey, or anything belonging to your neighbors. You don't. All those things we don't have really to covet. It means wives, neighbors, house, land, male, female, servant, his ox or donkey, or any belonging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Make list of that. Many things in in that verses. That is really distracted that we don't think about that and don't put our heart on that.
Okay. So
okay.
he says when your neighbor's land, and that is the fancy house that he might have. Looking at somebody's fancy house, his male or female servant. It could be the job, or his business, somebody else's business that's doing well. Donkey is a car, so don't desire, or a bicycle. Don't desire a bicycle or a car.
Yeah, sure.
Or anything else.
And yeah, sure.
Mobile phone, computer.
Yeah, sure.
Many things.
Yeah, many things. Yeah, sure. How do we know if we are busy converting? I think for me, I answer it by heart. My heart is really my heart is really one of the judger, and I don't lie to my heart. Stan can ask me, I can lie to him. That no, you are lying to me. I'm not doing this. I'm not. But the only thing that I know, my heart will not be right. Yeah, it's the truth.
I think we should explain. We should define what is covet. Covet is what exactly?
Covet means desiring somebody else's anything. So I think, and that's the Greek word that we have here, kormad, and it's greatly beloved. Delectable things. It's things that are delicate and desirable. Delight, things that makes your heart feel like I want it. Desires, goodly, lust, pleasant things, precious things, anything. So there's a lot of meaning that goes with covet. I've never heard a sermon in my whole life about covet. I don't think I can remember one sermon in a church about covet. I don't know if you have, but I have not heard. I can't remember of a sermon in a church about covet.
Can you appreciate something without coveting it?
It's dangerous territory because it's an enemy of being content.
Yeah, of course.
Because why I say that is a very dangerous lesson, because sometimes you can say to someone, man, your car is nice, then you bought a very nice car. I love it. But I don't mean it in the very wrong way.
Yeah.
Actually, it's good, it's nice. Is it already covered?
No. Just as long as you don't want it. So you must just say, you've got a great car. I am really happy that you've got a great car, and it's a great car, and it's your car. My heart does not want the car.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Like Paul, what I was. What Stanley come to say, that this is why he said that the only witness that are busy converting is our heart. This is really the true witnesser that is going to show you that you have that willing, you have that kind of things in your heart, because there's something that we need the things in the wrong purpose. Even that is also, I used to call it covet also on my side. When I need something for the wrong purpose, I can need a vehicle, I can need a car for the wrong purpose, because my neighbor have a car, because for the wrong purpose. We need to keep in our heart that everything that we need it for the really the right purpose, not for the wrong motive. Yeah, not for the getting the respect to the people, things like that. Because I used to talk to the youth in Nyamata who are in our group for our Dasta school in Nyamata. I used to talk to them that you need to keep talking with your heart, because one of our employees, one of the people who don't get corrupted is our heart. Your heart is not going into you're not giving the corruption to your heart. It's showing you the truth of everything that you are doing in your life. I cannot give any corruption to my heart. My heart is showing me that these things is true, these things is wrong, these things you know that you are doing wrong. This is why I need to keep in our heart that everything that I need, is it really for the wrong motive or is it really for the right motive? We need to keep working with your heart. Okay, Paul?
I think the question to ask is, do I need it or do I want it?
Of course. Yeah, you are right.
Because anything which we want is not a need. We need to go for the need. And that will really allow us to have a clear mind if really we are coveting or we are not.
Yeah, sure, you are very right. You get the point. Yeah, you help us to get the point.
Vivek, what are you saying on this? Vivek is very quiet. Let's hear what Vivek's got to say. Vivek?
Vivek, you had flu? You have COVID?
I don't actually. I'm struggling.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Don't joke, not with that.
Man, you are coming, you are mute, you are coming. Yeah, I don't know if it's COVID.
Yes.
Vivek, can you hear us?
Yes, hearing. Sorry,
brother. You are muted. Yeah, you have
yes,
to
I'm
yourself.
Okay now.
Yeah. Well, can you make any comments on what you are saying?
Yes, actually, I'm happy to hear. Yeah, doing well.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, Brother Sten, I see it is approximately 8:30. It's approximately we are half minutes past away.
Yeah.
I think we had a lot of conversation on the different questions. Maybe next Saturday we make sure that we cover the booklets.
Okay.
So that we go for the next booklet.
Yeah.
I think for not taking too long time, we can stop it here.
Yep.
But I will say thank you very much for everybody. We remain with the one page. I think next Saturday we wanna cover the rest.
Yeah.
It was nice time. It was inspired. Of course, what Stanley was saying, we are not familiar about this sermon. Even me, I'm not hearing the sermon talking about this. Yeah, I'm not getting the sermon in the church is talking about this. Yeah, the people don't like to talk about this because they're gonna judge themselves. Yeah, they're gonna illustrate what they are doing themselves.
Yeah,
they're gonna illustrate what they are doing themselves. But I like that we are talking on this and we make sure that we confess we are making mistake. We are not doing really good. As the introduction says, we don't need to make a lot of knowledge. Yeah, the only thing that we need to make knowledge. Of course, it is important, and we need to make our effort to put into practice.
Yeah,
that will be really make us as the true disciples. Yeah, we don't need to make a lot of knowledge on everything, but we need to put into practice, so that we may have some transformation in our life to become the true disciple of Jesus Christ. Yeah. Thank you everybody for your time of being in the session. I was missing you. Yeah, it was like last weekend I was not here. Thursday I joined a bit late. It was I missed you, but it was I was enjoying to be with you again. And glory to God that He gave us time to fellowship and
Thank you guys.
To make conversation.
Thank you all.